And now it's a pleasure to welcome Tammy Zioni, aunt of Police Master Sgt. Gvili. Tammy, thank you so much for your time as the country holds its breath, waiting for news on Gvili, with reports that these searches are underway in Gaza City in the Zaytun neighborhood at the moment. How are you and your family doing? How are you feeling? One cannot imagine.
First of all, good evening. It's very difficult to describe it. I think the most accurate thing to say in this moment is something that we talked about in the last few days. It feels as if our family came back to the 7th of October 2033, and all the other countries is in the present now. It's like we all stopped our life. I'm trying to do everything as we need to do, but you can't because you wait for news each moment. Rani went to fight for us. He had a dislocated shoulder, and he went to save the settlements in the area of Gaza, and now we feel a bit alone. They want to move to the other to the step, and that we will be left behind.
And Tammy, this waiting, this agonizing wait has been so horrific, more than 2 years now, and many believe that Hamas has known all along how to locate each hostage, and that the terror group is simply deceiving your family and the whole country. Is that your sense? What are your thoughts right now about the search underway as we speak?
We feel that the Hamas knows where Rani is. It's a kind of a psychological terror they put on us. And it feels as if they just want to pull the suspense a bit more. We are certain that they know where he is. He was a soldier. He was very expensive for them. And we know quite certain that they know where he is. So we're waiting for them to bring him back, and we're certain that no one will move to the next step until Rani comes back, like any other hostage before. These 2 years were agonizing, but the last 2 weeks were much more difficult since we are alone.
Because, of course, all hostages were supposed to be returned at once nearly 2 months ago in terms of this Trump peace plan. And now the U.S. seems to be giving some kind of leeway. There are reports that American officials want to clarify whether Hamas is making a real effort in their search, and that if they are, then the next stage of the peace plan should go ahead. As you are saying, and the Family Forum is saying, an absolute no to that. So what is your message right now for decision makers?
First of all, we want to thank President Trump for doing this deal. It's a big breakthrough for all of us, and we are so happy for the other families of the hostages that got the deal of their beloved back. We know that the U.S. and all the decision making know that we can go on, because we have to make Hamas realize that they have to stand with the agreement that they signed. If we get back now and we let them go to the other stage without bringing Rani back, we are sending a wrong message for them. And it's for us as a family, of course, it's so important. We have to close the circle, but it's much more important as a country. We have to make it clear that if there is an agreement, we have to put our foot down.
And of course, no one can be left behind. That is part of the ethics and the ethos of Israel right now. Of course, we know Ran is an Israeli hero. There's footage of him in battle in Kibbutz Alumim during the terror rampage on the 7th of October. Despite being wounded, he keeps on fighting, saving lives. What can you share about Ran as a fighter and as an Israeli and as a member of your family? Share something special if you don't mind.
I remember the 7th of October. I talked about him in the past. The most important thing that I remember that I was, when we just heard the beginning of the fights, I was a bit relieved because I knew he was wounded and I thought he won't go fight. And the minute that I knew that he went to fight, I knew that we are in trouble because he would do anything to save lives and to help. He got the name Alumim Protector because of his very brave fight in Alumim and the fact that he killed about 14 nukhbas in the area to protect the kibbutz. But he fought there for a few hours before, and he saved a lot of citizens in the area. And the most, I don't know, I can call it our comfort is to know that he chose to do it. And I'm sure that he would have chosen to do it again and again and again if he knew he can save lives. It was his purpose, and that's what he lived for, to help others.
Certainly, no doubt how many lives he managed to save. You mentioned earlier, Tammy, that you felt alone, and one can understand this agonizing wait for some kind of news, some kind of confirmation. But how would you describe the support you're getting from across the nation right now? What is your sense of the way the country is also waiting and hoping for Ran to be returned back home?
When I said I felt alone, it didn't mean that we don't feel the support. We have an enormous support. We have Ravs all over the country. Last week, I was stopped on the road. Someone asked me for a magnet of Rani. Everyone wants to help. It's so it strengthens us very much. This notion of alone is the fact that we feel that we have to be all the time together just to know what's going on, and every piece of information is so important for us, and the country is going forward. When on the 7th of October, everything stopped, and we could all be there just to look for Rani, and now we are looking for him, and we are together, but we are together alone. The country is giving us support, but finally, the important thing that we as a family have to support one another. I want to thank all the citizens that we know that their hearts are there and they want to do all that they can to help us. It's very important to us, and it helps us to move on and fight for his return.
Tammy Zioni, aunt of Police Master Sgt. Ran Gvili, the nation is with you and all your family right now. Thank you very much for being with us on this day. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.